Good morning, Year 1. I'm really glad you could join me today for our English lesson. Before I start, make sure you've got a pencil and a piece of lined paper if possible, if not plain paper with you, because we're going to do some writing today. Let's get started. Ooh, I'm going a little bit ahead here. Let me just go back. Okay, so make sure before we start that you've listened to our story on our YouTube channel and have a pencil and piece of paper ready. Okay, so our objective is, can I write a letter to the giant? Super, and we've done letters before, haven't we, when we did the letter to the crocodile, telling him not to beat the children. Let's have a look at some of the words from our key vocabulary. Can you tell me what this one is? That's right, gloomy. And it's when it's very dark and it's hard to see. Strange. And it was very strange when the beanstalk grew outside of Jack's window. Harp. And it's got that R sound and we've been looking at recently, harp. And that is the instrument that's played to the giant in some versions of Jack and the Beanstalk that sends him to sleep. Okay, let's have a look at some of our sounds. So our first one is ooh, ooh, poo at the zoo. Our next one is oh, oh, for blow the snow. And our last one, flying kites, I. Fantastic. Now I've got something to show you and I'm hoping it works. Now I got sent a video of a giant. Did you remember a giant roaming around? We saw his footprints, didn't we, this weekend? I think he's been roaming around near me. Should we have a look? Let's see, let me just see. I'm hoping you can see this. So this was the video I got sent.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Be he alive or be he dead, I'll grind his bones to make my bread.
Goodness me. Did you see that? I think that might be the giant that we've been talking about. Let's see. Okay, so we are going to write a letter to the giant. Now I want you to have a think. Why do we write letters? Let's have a look. So we use letters to write something we want to tell the other person. And we often use these when we can't speak to the other person we are writing the letter to. So I got sent that video and then I also found this. Should we read it? I think it's a letter from the giant. Let's read it. Dear Jack, I live at the castle at the top of the beanstalk. I am very sad and cross because you took my golden hen from the giant. He's even drawn a picture of his hen there. So I want you to have a look now and think, what things does that letter have that makes it different from when we're doing story writing? What things does it have? Can you tell me? That's right, it has dear and from. So it says, Dear Jack, and then we start a new line, and we write what we want, and then we start a new line. We put from, new line, the giant. Fantastic. So what I thought we could do now is I thought that we could write a letter together from the giant. To the giant. And I thought in that letter we could pretend to be Jack and we could ask the giant a question. Do you think we could do that? So what do we start our letter with? Can you tell me? That's right, we start it with dear and we do start it with a capital letter. So let's have a go. Dear, the, ear. Now I know how to spell the ear sound, but if you don't, what could you use that might help you? That's right, you can use your sound pad to help you with your sounds. So dear giant, and because it's his name, we need to start with a capital letter. Dear giant. Dear giant, comma. We're going to start a new line. Dear giant. Then I'm going to say, I am sorry for stealing your hen, or for taking your hen. I'm going to put, I am sorry for taking your hen. I'm going to start again with a capital letter, that's right. Hopefully you can see that. I, finger space, am. I am, sorry. I am sorry for, or I am sorry for taking a ing. I am sorry for taking your. Now this is a tricky red word. Just need to know how to spell your hen. I am sorry for taking your hen. And then I'm going to ask the giant a question. Now, I've always wanted to know if he has any giant friends. So I'm going to put, do you have any friends? Now I'm going to start because it's a new line after a full stop. Sorry, it's a new sentence. So I'm going to start with a capital letter. I can fit do there. Do you have have any? Do you have any friends? Do you have any friends? And because it's a question, what do I need to end it with? That's right, a question mark. Do you have any friends? Love, Jack. And now Jack needs a capital letter because it's his name. Or I could put, instead of love, I could put from if I wanted to. Love from Jack. Okay. Do you think you could have a go at writing the giant a letter? I think you could have a go at doing that. Let's go back to my screen quickly. So your job is to write the giant a letter pretending to be Jack. So there's mine. So if you're feeling a bit unsure about writing a letter and you know that you might find that a little bit tricky, you can write a sentence asking the giant a question. But I want to see most of you trying to write a letter. If you're feeling if you're feeling up for a challenge, you can include a question. And if you're feeling up for an even bigger challenge, I want you to include some adjectives to describe the hen. So you could put golden hen, you could put dear enormous giant. Try and use some really interesting adjectives to make those sentences stand out. And don't forget to use your sound mats in your pack. Okay, so write a letter, check your sentences make sense, capital letters and full stop and finger spaces. Thank you for listening. I can't wait to see all your hard work on tapestry. Bye, everyone.